Now, I would be absolutely useless at telling Joe's jokes, but there's this rabbi whose jokes in the synagogue became so popular that people started to turn up for the gags rather than the sermon, whose act became so successful that he got his own show on television, whose one-man show won numerous awards on Broadway, and who finally reached the pinnacle when he was asked to entertain Her Majesty the Queen at the Royal Variety Performance. So you're thinking, what's the punchline? It's absolutely true, at least if you're Jackie Mason. Now, he is, by his own admission, the funniest ex-rabbi in the world, so will you give a very big welcome to the one and only Jackie Mason!
How do you do, how do you do? It's certainly a pleasure to see me in person. This is a stunning, unbelievable show, and I can't get over what a great show it is. And I came to see if I could put a stop to it. So far, I'm not that crazy about you either, so it don't make no difference to me. I noticed a tribute to Macintosh, and everybody's excited about what Cameron Macintosh accomplished. And I see that there was 4 or 5 shows here representing the whole story of what Macintosh did. And it was the most talented people in the history of the world coming out here one after the other. And I know you were very impressed with it. I wasn't. It's no... To me, it's no big trick to do such a great performance. If you got that much talent, they could sing and dance. It's no trick to be a hit the way I perform. This is a trick. I never claimed to have talent, and I'm proud of it. I'm not too crazy about Macintosh anyway. The man never did nothing for me. I don't want to lie to you. He did a show called Cats. I could have been in it. It's about a Jewish family. I happen to know Mr. Katz personally, and he's mad about this whole thing that I wasn't in it. Then he did a show about a story with people with a mask. What was the name of it? Phantom of the Opera. They said I was wrong for the part. How does he know I'm wrong for the part? How does he know? The man is wearing a mask through the whole show. Could anybody tell who's wrong for the part? That was my best joke. I'd like to know why he deserves a tribute in the first place. Why does he deserve a tribute? What the hell does a producer do for a show? What does he do for a show? He's the only one who has nothing to do with the show. What does he do? He watches the show just like you're watching the show. Does he perform in the show? He does nothing for the show. A choreographer is busy, the director is busy, the songwriters are busy, everybody works, the actors knock themselves out, and they get what? $1.25. What does he get? $90 million for watching the show. For watching a show, in this business, it's called a producer. In any other business, it's a thief. That's what it is. And I'm not picking on it because it's not nice for me to come from a foreign country. I came here just to learn your language. That's the only reason I'm here. I heard you talk English. I haven't heard one person talk English yet. Doesn't sound, I talk the same language you talk. How come it doesn't come out the same? I don't know. I just heard your prime minister talking. Brilliant prime minister. You ever hear of him? Brilliant prime minister. Everybody likes him. Nobody knows what he's talking about. Nobody listens to him. Every time I watch him, mush luft, everybody. He makes George Bush look like a personality. Not that I'm picking on him, it's not my nature. You understand this? I just came from Israel where I was involved. I don't know if you heard about it. I was there during the Scud missile attacks when Israel was being attacked during the Gulf War. And I was there. I came from the United States and I canceled my show to go out there. And while I was there in Israel, I don't know if you heard of Israel. Did you ever hear of it? Because you look like an anti-Semite to me, I'll be honest. I was in Israel during that time, and it was a dangerous situation. Nobody was able to sit still in Israel for a second. People were running for their lives back and forth. Because every minute a siren, and boom, people were running back and forth all over. Nobody paid a check in a restaurant in Israel for 9 weeks. Everybody was sitting at the restaurants with a check in their hands, waiting for the siren. You hear the siren? I think I heard a siren. Ha-ha. You know, still don't see nothing funny in this whole show, man? Why do they put the stiffs in the front and the back? I'm a sensation. Do you understand this, mister? I was at Israel. You thought I made it up. I'm a personal friend of Yitzhak Shamir. You ever hear of Shamir, the Prime Minister of Israel? There's a brilliant man, one of the great speakers of all time. You ever hear him talk? All right, we'll take a look. And that's it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. That's what they say. Maybe they won't. I don't know. All right. Everybody is picking on him right now. That's why I don't want to pick on him. They all want him to give the West Bank back to the Palestinians. Did you hear about it? Did you pass away? I'm talking to you. They want him to give back the West Bank to the Palestinians. Did you hear about it, mister? He wants to give it back. That's the ironic thing. He wants to give it back. Right now he can't. It's in his wife's name. Do you understand this? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish you all the very best of health. And I say this from the bottom of my heart because it's been a great opportunity for me to be in this country. This is a glorious country, probably the greatest country in the world today. I say it for only reason. I know that you're listening and you believe it, so I'll tell you whatever you want to hear. And I sincerely wish you the very best of health. And it's no joke when you wish somebody the best of health. It's very hard to stay healthy in any country in the world today. I don't care how advanced the country is. It's very hard to stay healthy because they found out that everything you eat or drink is bad for you. There's nothing good. There was a time one thing was good, another thing is bad. Today, everything is bad. Even a bottle of soda. Is a soda good for you? Found out it's bad. Red meat was once the best thing in the world for you. No good. It'll kill you in a second. Butter. The worst thing, it'll kill every Jew in the world in a second. Eggs. Eggs was once the best. Now it's the worst. You can't eat an egg any place in the world. Cake will kill you. Blintzes will wipe you out. There's nothing you're allowed to eat. In this country, it's not a question of staying healthy anymore. It's a question of picking out a sickness that you like. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. Even a cup of coffee. They used to say, have a cup of coffee. Can't hurt you. Remember that? Remember anything at all, mister? They used to say, have a cup of coffee. Now they found out even coffee is bad. Did you read about it? They found out the latest information is that coffee has carcinogens in it. That's right. They found out that coffee causes cancer. That's right. Not only that, the caffeine keeps you awake all night. So not only are you dying, you watch yourself go. And most people have coffee with sugar. They found out sugar will give you diabetes. So you want to avoid diabetes, you have it with saccharin. Saccharin causes cancer, so you figure you'll drink milk. Milk will kill you because of cholesterol. Now you got 3 ways to go. You didn't even eat yet. So you know what everybody says? Drink water. Water is the best thing in the world for you. Water, water, lots of water. Now they found out exactly the opposite is true. The worst thing you could drink is water. Did you read about it? They found out that water in this country is so polluted that a half a glass of water is comparable to 2 coffees, 3 milks, and 4 teas. So you die from thirst or you pass away drinking something, no matter what it is. Why do you think people are eating in health food stores more than ever before? Did you read about it? Who am I talking to? People are eating in health food stores more than ever before. Take a look into any health food store. Packed. Do you ever notice that? All the health food stores are packed. And take a look at the people in the health food stores. You ever see them? They all have one thing in common. They look sick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I know it's hard for you to believe that I finished. But I really have. I want to leave you with a tribute to one of the great men in the history of your country, Alfred Hitchcock, who was one of the great directors of all time. And not only that, a great personality. He wasn't ashamed to talk to people on television. You ever hear him talk? That's this week. Next week, good night.
The Toast of New York, Mr. Jackie Mason.